Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little chit chat get ready with me and also trying out the Unearthly Dreamer Volume 1 palette. It finally came in from the pre-order. Here is the color story and I will make sure to insert some swatches. So today, if you hear any noise in the background, my daughter's asleep on the bed. Today, I kind of wanted to talk about just kind of what I've been doing lately, because I feel like it's helped me a lot as far as like feeling better. My daughter did just turn 3 months old. She is absolutely wonderful, but sometimes as a parent or even someone that's just super busy with work, we can fall behind on things like taking care of ourselves or even our house. And so what I have been doing lately, Rocky, sorry, my dog is trying to clean himself. I have been going through my house and just not only cleaning, but like straightening it up to the point where I only have to spend maybe an hour, 2 hours tops if I don't have any interruptions cleaning. And being able to do that every day, especially in the mornings before, you know, anyone gets home from work or school, makes me feel like I really got something done. So that's what I have been doing, is just setting up my house to be able to do that. So every morning, dishes, laundry, sweeping, mopping, washing bottles, and then, you know, just picking up here and there where something might have gotten left out from the day or night before. Because really, during the day, especially during the week, it's just me and my daughter here. My son is at school, my boyfriend's at work, so it's just us, along with the cat and the dog. And, you know, as a stay-at-home mom, I want to make sure that my house stays in order, and it's not always easy, especially with little ones. Or before I had her, when I worked a full-time job, sometimes having to work overtime and things like that, housework kind of gets swept under the rug. So I just put Soothe all over my lid. But I'm also setting my house up like that because I am working on decluttering a lot. So I know so far the nursery, her room, I have packed up all the clothes that no longer fit her because babies grow extremely fast. So all of her newborn and 0 to 3 month outfits are put up, and I got all of her new clothes hung up so that they would be ready to wear for her. In my closet, I have started getting rid of clothes that no longer fit me or that I no longer wear, because our style and taste does change over time. And I know for me personally, I do plan on having at least 1 more, if not 2 more kids. And I don't want to wait years to be able to fit back into something and keeping it in my closet, because by then I could have just bought something else, and there's no guarantee that I'm actually going to get back down to that size. I have been lucky to have lost my pregnancy weight, but I'm still not, like, I'm not what I used to be when I first had my son. I was a lot younger, almost 10 years. Actually, it was 10 years. So that is another thing to consider. But I've also set my closet up to where in like 6 months or a year, just depending on how I'm feeling, I can go through again and declutter more if I have not worn something. And that just kind of helps to keep the closet fresh and free of clutter. And I have been doing the same with pretty much everything in my house. If I'm not using it, I give myself a time frame. If I don't use it in that time frame, then it can be thrown out because I'm obviously not going to miss it. And I think with the spring coming, it really is the perfect time to do something like that. It's like a fresh start, but you have to stay in the mindset that you're not trying to fill up the space that you are opening up. You want to keep that space free of clutter. You don't want to go out and buy more just because you have room for it. But so far, I've gotten rid of probably, I want to say 3 bags of just my clothes. I have not made it to my son's room yet to go through his stuff. I have done the entire house, pretty much, except for his room. His room was my last stop because of toys. That was my dreaded thing, was the toys. I'm going in with Muse on the outer portion. And I'm trying to be very careful not to extend past my eye because I don't want to close my eye up. And when you extend past or down, that is what tends to happen. And I'm hoping by doing all this decluttering with my house that when it comes to decluttering makeup, I will have as easy of time with letting stuff go. Because I really do love makeup, but at the same time, I know I'm not going to use all of it. And it could go to a better home where it's going to get used. So I am really enjoying Unearthly's formula. It is very creamy, and I don't mean creamy as in like a cream to powder. I just mean that it's a very soft, easy to blend formula. I would say Unearthly and Cosmic Beauty are probably 2 of my favorite. Brands because of their formula. I just wish Unearthly was not as expensive as it is, because they are quite pricey. Everything except for like their smaller 9-pan palettes I have had to buy on sale because they are just a little too expensive for me. But they're definitely worth the price, I believe. It's just not something that I could afford on a regular basis. So I just blended out the edges with Soothe again. And then I think I want to go and do the inner half with Dream State. And then the outer half with Fantasy. And I am going to spray my brush just because that's what I always do. Dream State seems to have a really flaky formula, which I have trouble with the flakier formulas just because they tend to have more fallout for me. But when I saw that this was being delivered, I was so excited to come home and get it. But as far as what we were talking about for decluttering, what are some goals that you guys might have for yourselves this year? Or how do you set it up to make it easier for you? Because I've had too much of my brush. If anybody has like any tips and tricks, I would be very grateful. I know during COVID, a lot of people got into the mindset of, I don't want to necessarily say hoarding, but overconsumption, which I guess really they could be considered the same thing, depending how you want to look at it. And now, I know it kind of started last year. People started to want to simplify their lives and really get rid of a lot. Whether it was makeup or just Amazon shopping, anywhere that they had spent, you know, a lot of time and money on. And I know since our family has expanded, we do have, you know, a 3-bedroom house, so we have room for everybody. It's just we don't have like a lot of extra storage space. And me and my boyfriend are not particularly prone to keeping a lot of things. And I really just have a lot of stuff that I need to use up that I may have collected for some reason or another. Candles, I have gotten to where I'm burning a candle about an hour a day to, you know, try and go through and use them up. Makes the house smell good. Perfumes, I actually did get rid of a lot of perfumes at the beginning of the year because I just didn't use them. And some of them are quite old. A lot of it was like when I was big into Bath and Body. I know there's still a lot of people that try to collect all of the scents, which if you don't use them within like a certain amount of time, they start to smell like alcohol, like rubbing alcohol. That was something that I learned. But I have been trying to use more of my recent things, and not everything is something that I've purchased. A lot of it, or I shouldn't say a lot of it, some of it is things that I've gotten like as a gift, whether it was for Christmas or my birthday, because my birthday is in March. I like the way that looks. I feel like it's not showing up as dark on my lids because I did not spray this. I didn't want it to be too dark. I'm not sure why, but for some reason it showed up a lot darker on this side. I think I'm just gonna go in with my finger and try to build this up a little bit. But I know I had been going through TikToks and I had seen where another mom had posted that the nursery kind of became a dumping room, and I honestly related to that. And I don't mean like there was trash and stuff in there. It was just stuff that I didn't want to put away at the time. Mostly baby stuff. It wasn't like stuff that didn't belong in there. But I had seen another mom post about it, and it kind of got me thinking and inspired to want to clean it up. And then I am a big procrastinator, and I know I am. So I have really been trying to do better, because that is one of my downfalls. And I would say that I have definitely seen improvements in myself. And I'm doing it for myself, not for anyone else or any particular reason. Besides that, it would make me happier and it would make my life easier. That is why. But I know I'm also currently, I don't want to say I'm in a no-buy, because it's not a no-buy, but I'm definitely being a little bit more cautious about what I want to pick up, because I don't want to bring a bunch of stuff into my collection that I know I'm going to get rid of, because I don't necessarily like it for one reason or another. If I think I'm not going to like it, then I really don't need it. Now, getting something as a gift that you turn out not to like is very different than purposely buying it yourself, knowing there is a 75% chance that you're gonna use it once, not like it, and you just wasted your money. Because I don't think anybody has money to waste at this point. I'm just working on trying to get these edges blended. But I've almost completed my entire house as far as the process. And this entire past week, I have been able to clean it, you know, dishes, laundry, sweeping or vacuuming, depending on if the battery's charged on my little vacuum cleaner. Depends if I sweep or vacuum. It is something that I have been trying to do every day, because eventually my daughter is going to start crawling, and I do not want her to get dirty or a hold of something in the floor that she shouldn't have come in contact with. And I do have 2 pets, and they both shed quite a bit, and I want to be in the habit of having the house clean every morning before she gets up and starts playing in the floor. I do not have any carpet. All of the floors are like I don't want to say hardwood because it's not real wood. They're like the little sliding planks. But I don't want her to end up getting hurt. I know it's still a couple months away, but I'd rather be in the habit. I can't think of the words today. I'd rather be in the habit now of making sure everything is taken care of than waiting, because habits can take a while to form. And then I want to make sure I have like the best habit down that I can as far as cleaning, taking care of her and my family. And I know with having my little procrastination trait, it will probably take me longer to really be in the habit. But I also want to break myself of that habit or trait of the procrastination. Because there are some things where I feel like I have to have it done right away. When I worked, that's how I felt. I felt like I always had to have everything done as soon as possible. And then when it came to home stuff, I always wanted to put it off. Can you see? It's like I'm missing lashes and I don't know why. I might have rubbed my eye and ripped out some lashes. I have not been wearing makeup every day like I had been the first 2 months of the year. Again, procrastination leads to me not doing it. So I really am trying to get back into the habit of at least doing my eyeshadow, because that's my favorite thing. You know, my favorite thing is my eye makeup. Well, I do enjoy lip combos. I'm not a big foundation person, and I think it could just be because I haven't found something that I really like, and I feel like it's really hard to color match. Because I have tried cool tones on me and they make me look pink. And then I have tried neutrals and they make me look orange. So it really feels like I can't win for losing. And I don't know what to do about it. If anyone has any tips about color matching, I would love some recommendations because your girl is struggling. I do have sensitive skin, and it does tend to be on the drier side. I'm just taking a spoolie and trying to separate my lashes because they got a little much there. I'm really not sure why my mascara did that. It's never clumped that bad before. And as far as like foundations go, I'm not looking for anything that's like a super heavy coverage or anything like that. Just something, you know, spot conceal. I have some hormonal acne going on right now. And it's always in this area. This part of my face stays pretty clear. You know, I have dark circles. I also don't get much sleep, so that doesn't help. But just something like a light coverage would be nice, but I have yet to find something that doesn't make me the wrong color, that doesn't match. And I have gone to Ulta, Sephora to be color matched, and that is how I got the thing that makes me look orange. So I have tried, you know, looking at my wrist, seeing if my veins are blue or green or both. And what I can see, they're blue, but cool tones still make me, like, my skin look extra pink. So I don't know if maybe it was just the brand I tried, if there's different like levels of the tone. I would like to find some kind of base that I'm happy with though, because I really enjoy wearing blush, but I feel like it looks funny without having the rest of your makeup done. And the reason I like doing my eyes is because I don't always feel like I have to have a full face of makeup to do my eyes. So that is the look. So I can say this side has more natural lighting, and this side has artificial. I think it turned out really well. I loved the formula and the way it blended. Their packaging is so nice. I think their packaging's always nice. But I mean, there was just a lot of detail to this. And I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I'm not going to do my lower lash line just because I'm not doing a full face of makeup. But I am very happy. My lashes didn't want to stay curled. And that made them stick together on the end. It is what it is. So that is my look for the Unearthly Dreamer Volume 1. And I cannot wait to see what else they come out with. Again, I usually do have to wait till it goes on sale, but definitely worth it. And I hope to see you guys next time. Thank you for stopping by.